Hi everyone, I'm Jerry James Stone, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious fig yogurt bowl. I love yogurt bowls because it's a really great way to just have a simple breakfast, but it's also really beautiful. I think you're gonna like this one as much as I do. Let me show you how to make it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some pomegranate molasses to our yogurt here. I'm just gonna swirl that in. Okay, so I have this really interesting fact about figs. Did you know that figs are actually not a fruit? They're a flower. They're actually an inverted flower. So when they grow on the tree, this pod is not the fruit that you think it is. It's actually all of these little tiny flowers growing inside of it. Unlike an apple tree or a pear tree, it doesn't have the typical blossoms. You are actually eating the flower itself. And add some chia seeds. This yogurt bowl is very Mediterranean. So, like I said, the fig, that pod, that pear-shaped pod, has flowers growing inside of it. And every single flower produces one single seed. So when you're eating a fig, that crunch that you get from eating them, you're actually eating those flower seeds. That's what the crunch is. Some people have said it's because you're eating bugs. Like there's this fig wasp related to the fig tree, and you're actually not eating the wasp. Well, you're kind of eating the wasp, but I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Add in our figs. So pretty. Okay, so fig trees are actually self-fruiting trees. They actually produce both male figs and female figs. And in fact, we don't actually eat the male figs as it should be. And also another fun fact about eating figs, here in the United States, California produces pretty much all of the figs that the country consumes as a whole. How crazy is that? Add in some fresh raspberries. You could definitely just dump everything on top, but I think the thing about yogurt bowls is they're so pretty. Okay, so coming back to that fig wasp thing. So here's kind of a little bit of history. The fig wasp, which can only exist if there are fig trees, has this life cycle. It actually enters into, all fig wasps are female, sorta. The female wasp enters into the male fig, and that's where it lays its eggs. The male babies then grow up, impregnate the other female wasps that are also within the fig, and then those male babies go and eat their way out of the fig. But unfortunately, male fig wasps aren't born with wings, so they eat their way out, and then they kind of go out there and just sort of die, as it should be. The female wasps, now pregnant with their brother baby wasp thing going on with their baby bumps, work their way out through the fig, but they have wings, so they fly out, and then the whole cycle starts over again. They go and find themselves a fig, and then they lay their eggs in that one, and it all goes again. That's the life cycle of the fig wasp. And it's just a little honey over it. And we're gonna top it off with some pistachios. Like I said, this is a very Mediterranean yogurt bowl. It's so Mediterranean, grandmother wants to make you dinner. So, are you actually eating a fig wasp? The answer is, well, no, but maybe yes. So a female wasp burrows into the fig, but the wasp can't tell if it's a male fig or a female fig. It's like being a tourist in Thailand, has no idea. It burrows into the fig. If it's a male fig, everything is great. It goes in there, it lays its eggs, it dies, its babies grow up, they mate, they burrow out, all that stuff happens. If it's a female fig, well, the female fig anatomy is not set up for this process. So what happens is, when it enters the fig, its wings get ripped off as a result of entering the fig, and all it can do is sit there and wait to die. It's kind of like being at the DMV. So it sits there and it just hangs out until it dies. Now, are you actually eating that wasp? Well, here's the maybe part. The fig actually produces an enzyme that breaks down that wasp into proteins. So when you're eating a fig, you have eaten this wasp that has been broken down into proteins and then absorbed by the very fruit/flower that you're consuming. So you're not eating a wasp in the traditional sense, if there is a traditional sense for eating wasps, but you're eating a wasp in the sense that it was probably once inside that fig. There you have it. Looks really good. Time to eat it. How delicious and tasty does that look? Also, big shout out and thank you to the California Fig Board who sent me all of these delicious figs. They contacted me and they're like, hey, can we send you some figs? I was like, sure. I thought they'd send me maybe 20, 30, send me close to like 150 figs. So I did a lot of fig recipes. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up. If there's something that you want to see, hey, drop a comment below, because I'm always looking for new ideas for recipes. And if this is your first time watching, please subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.